let me ask you about this car, and let me see if I can get some truth about this. You had this car according to the complaint, and the first day that you had it, you had a tire blown out.
Yeah.
And that you said was an accident, and it wasn't your fault.
Yes, right.
And then you brought the car in to be fixed. You were told not to drive the car because the radiator was leaking and they had to keep it full of water. Is that right?
Yes, sure.
And you drove the car anyway, so the engine burnt out because there was no water.
Yes,
that happened. That was the next day.
Yeah, it was next day. I had to
That
go to work.
doesn't sound like very responsible behavior to me, James.
I didn't know how bad it.
When I first got don't talk to each other. Talk to me.
When I first got the car, Your Honor, he let the car sit there and run for 5.5 hours, and he told me the radiator must be all right because it wasn't overheating. So I had no idea the next day that my car was going to overheat and the engine was going to blow.
And
I had to
take Simpson.
I had to take my car to work, otherwise I had no way to work because
Jimmy,
I was not living at home already. I was
Your
working.
Honor, he was going out to Ponderosa to apply for a job at 9:30 at night is when you picked the car up from the garage.
Danny.
At 3 o'clock
Simpson,
in the morning, he
Miss
woke
Simpson.
me up.
You're going to get very upset. And I'm going to tell you that I haven't dealt with a young person like this in a long time because he absolutely believes that everything he did was right. I'm not going to be able to tell in this relatively short period of time what started this problem with your family and how it's going to resolve itself. But I don't think that I want to exacerbate the situation with your son by adding an additional burden to him financially, even with regard to the repair bills. If the car is repaired, it's probably worth more than when you first bought it. So I'm not giving you the money that you requested. I'm just telling you. Sounds to me like you have a very full plate with your other kids. James wants to try it on his own. He may or may not be successful. You have to keep the door open for him.
I have, Your Honor.
Your mother, listen to me. You say no. 19-year-olds sometimes are thick-skinned and tough-headed. James, she says she's keeping the door open for you. You may not want to go through the door.
Well, she better lift that restraining order on me, Your Honor.
You may not want to go through the door, James, but the door is open. I don't think you should cut off your family. That's a big mistake.
I didn't cut off my family, Your Honor.
Let it go for now. He's too angry. Right now, you are the target of his anger. So I think you better let it go. All right, this case is dismissed. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Please excuse. Step out, please.
She says she's trying to help me and help me out. She's not. When she helps me out, she takes the stuff back that she helps me. And when she does help me out or tries to, it's like only when it's convenient for her.
James, that's not true when it's convenient for me. I've done many things for you when it's in. Jimmy, look at me. You know that I have. And what's the one thing I've always told you?
That you love me.
That's right. I've always told you that I love you. And it's never been when it's convenient for me to love you. It's been very hard to love you. But you're my son and I love you. And I don't want to hurt you. All I want is for you to grow and have some responsibility in life. It's all I want.